to back. And then I'm going to come home to my little ones. And at the same time, I'm going to work with Janet on some products for you guys. So I want to finalize some things before I give a set date, but hopefully we can make it work as far as pricing. Sublingual drops for semaglutide for anyone who doesn't want to do the injections, the drops. And then glutathione, I'm having a hard time with pricing, but it's the pricing right now. It's not an issue of protocols ready, everything's ready. It's just like, I can't make the PVs work. I need to make it go up. So I'm negotiating on prices. And what else do we have? The sublingual Simorelin, that one should be good to go.
Oh, good.
So in the next couple of weeks, we're gonna have a couple really nice product drops for you guys.
Yay! Thank you. All right, you guys. Well, we're going to get started because one of the things that I'm hoping to do is try to keep this to 20 minutes. This is our opportunity Zoom to learn a little bit more about ELLIEMD as well as the products, as well as the company. And so we're so excited if you were invited on this tonight or you're watching this later on recording. We're just so glad that you're here. My name's Blair, and I'm going to be hosting tonight. We're going to try to keep this to 20 minutes, but we have so much we want to share with you. And so the very first thing I want to start off with tonight is introducing you to our CEO and owner, Honey. And we're so thankful that she was able to be on here tonight. And the whole reason that this company is even here, and the idea of being able to allow people to have a telehealth concierge availability and be able to focus on longevity, sexual health, weight management, and soon to come diagnostic testing is all because of you, Honey. And so we are so thankful that you said yes to being on here tonight, but more importantly, that you casted this vision, because preventative health, I shouldn't say medicine, preventative health is what's so important, because it unlocks you to have an amazing life and live every single moment of that life to the best of your ability. And that to me is really important as a cancer survivor and as somebody who's just really immersed myself the last 3 years in understanding health and wellness. So I'm so thankful that you have created this company. And I'd love if you would share a little bit with the people that are hopping on tonight, just like why you started this company and what's happening now and what you see happening over the next 6 to 12 months as well.
Thank you, Blair. Well, you said it beautifully. It's to make preventative medicine and some of these leading peptides and certain medications that are only accessible to a certain few, accessible to the masses. So the person that's, that has the nearest Walmart 80 miles away from them, to make it accessible to them. And I think education is also power for us to educate our community, to start with a community first approach and integrate our holistic approach to wellness, right? We're going to have different products available, both pharmaceutical grade, non-pharmaceutical grade. So it's really important. And this has been dear and true to my heart from a very, very young age. I'm glad. It's beautiful to see all these little pieces starting to fall into place and come to life and fruition. And I just want to have my impact on this world, on the field of longevity, especially. To help people live higher quality lives longer, but also quality lives. I think that's very, very important. I spent a majority of my career helping bedridden patients, talking to them about health and wellness. And I quickly realized, well, no, we got to flip that on its head. We got to talk to people when they're younger. We've got to help them and give them access to the tools and resources at a much younger age. So therefore, we grow up healthy and strong, and all of us are still in that young age category. So we want to make sure that we all grow up healthy and strong. And right now, weight management is huge. We have access to GLP-1 medications with the help of doctors and physicians, and compounding pharmacies allow us to personalize prescription grade pharmaceuticals. So we have access to that. That's an easy lever to pull, right? Help someone bring their weight down, bring it down, whatever it is, whether it's 20%, 25%, 30%, bring their weight down, and we've already contributed drastically to their health outcomes. And then from there, we can pull all the other levers that you guys talk about, hormone therapy, other peptides to help with recovery and healing. And so for us to help with their cellular wellness, I know you talked about NAD earlier today. So we have access to some of these really great cutting edge pharmaceutical products that are only offered through compounding pharmacies. A lot of them, they're peptides, um, which is this middle ground between pharmaceutical grade products and nutraceuticals. So for us to make that accessible is just such a joy. And this is only the beginning. I really want to build on our education side. So tomorrow, if you guys are listening to this now, tomorrow come on, she has written hundreds and hundreds of articles on longevity. She's going to be on to talk about different peptides and longevity protocols. She's taught at the medical school. She's a medical writer. She was also a physician. So I urge you all to join and listen in, because I think the education piece is just as important as the pharmaceutical and the preventative piece and the services that we offer. So I'm really passionate about this, and it's just the beginning. This is just the beginning of a little seed that we've planted. And in the words of my favorite author, Dr. Seuss, oh, the places we'll go. So thank you all so much for the opportunity for me to share this vision with you, and for you all to lock arms and say, hey, we're going to go on this journey together. So thank you all so much. Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to share a couple stories tonight, honey, but if you ever want to jump in and add anything, please do, okay? Because you bring so much wealth and knowledge to this as well, and we want to make sure we hear from you too. Tonight, we have 3 amazing stories from some of the products that we actually offer here at ELLIEMD. So like I said before, we have different categories. We have longevity, we have sexual health, we have weight management, and soon to come, some diagnostic testing with hormone health as well. And so tonight, I was going to share a little bit on the longevity part, because I have been taking NAD, which is one of the products that we offer, for the last year and a few months. And I actually started on it because I had this weird foot issue after cancer. And actually, the whole time I was going through cancer, I was really immersed in learning about holistic health, functional medicine, how to take Eastern and Western and put them together so that I could have a healthier life and never get back to that point of being sick again. And also take care of my family so they never had to get back to that point again. And so one of the things that I kept hearing about was NAD. Tony Robbins was talking about it a ton, Ed Milet, the Hyberman Lab, all these different podcasts that I love to listen to as a leader. A lot of these entrepreneurs, high level billionaires, were talking about NAD and how it really was helping them to age backwards, have more energy, have more mental clarity and focus. So I started learning more about it. And I'll be honest, the first time I tried it in a pill, then I tried it in a gummy, and I didn't really feel anything. And I'm not the kind of person that's going to keep taking something if I don't feel anything from it. So it was actually my functional PA that was like, hey, I really think that the injection is the most important way to go, because Dr. Hyman, who's the father of all holistic health, says if you're going to do something, do it in an injectable. That's how you're really going to feel it. So within 4 days of getting on this product, this foot issue that I was having completely went away, and no doctor could even figure out up to that point what it was. So literally in 4 days, it went away completely. I started to notice I had great mental focus, not just mental clarity. Mental clarity is great. I need mental clarity. I hate having Post-it notes all over my house, but it was focus. I could actually work on a project for an hour and a half instead of 10 minutes, right? And really be focused. I also noticed that my mood was better. I loved my energy I was feeling. And I noticed at the end of the first week that I thought my skin was looking better. My pores were smaller. My skin was more vibrant. My hair felt thicker, which makes sense because it's a peptide. And then at the end of the second week, bye-bye cellulite and crepey skin, which that one was shocking to me. And I had this puffy face, and that was starting to go away as well. And so I was so excited by the results. And I've been on the product, like I said, for almost a year and a half now. And I'm waiting for my ELLIEMD NAD to come in because I switched brands. And so I had a little bit of lull. That's my fault because I didn't organize it well. And so I have actually been off NAD now for, I think it's been 9 days. And so I'm sharing with you guys because I can tell, and my husband can tell, our stomachs, we're having gurgly belly. I didn't realize how much it was doing for my digestive tract. My lower back is bothering me this week. My neck was bothering me at yoga the other day. I'm definitely a little bit more irritable than usual, and I'm definitely getting a little bit more hot flashes than usual. I don't know if any of you guys were on. We did a recording earlier today, and I was sharing, and my whole face turned red. So I know how much NAD has been helping me because I have been off of it for the last week. So if that's a product that you are looking for, you can find it on the LEMD website underneath longevity, and it is amazing. I highly recommend it to anybody who multitasks or is trying. Hey, Ambra, can you hit mute? for anybody who's multitasking in life or is very busy or even going through menopause. Like, I can't believe how much it's helped me with my menopause symptoms. So, next, I have two people sharing tonight with you guys about their GLP-1 journey, which is so exciting. If you haven't seen their before and after pictures, if you're friends with me on social media, I put it up today on my Instagram stories. It's incredible how just taking away a few pounds and reducing inflammation can completely change the way somebody looks and feels about themselves, right? So first, I'm going to have Jen Nelson share with you guys. Jen is not only an amazing person, but she also is into like spiritual healing. And I know that I would have never even knew that she needed GLP-1. And that's why I love this product, because it is something personal that we all are struggling with something. And so I love the fact that people can go onto the website, they can order, they can meet with a telehealth professional doctor, they can get whether they're approved or denied for the product, get the product straight to their home and start using it for themselves. And I love that it's a private like journey between you and yourself. And then if you want to share that story like Jen is so willing to tonight, you can really help a lot of others with it. So Jen, I'm going to throw it over to you to share your journey.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much, Blair. Yeah, I love hearing. I do have a quick NAD story. The first time that I did try it, I actually had a frozen shoulder, and I literally immediately could feel it working. So I am like beyond excited to get the injectable. I'm just like thrilled. So my journey was one of, I would say, shame. Coming from a background of 25 years of being in health and wellness, knowing all the things and doing all the things, gluten-free, dairy-free, anti-inflammatory. I mean, I was able to, pretty much live how I wanted to live until I was 55. And I was already in menopause then. So it wasn't like that. It was just that. And my body literally, I don't know. I didn't know the science, but just like 55, I put on 10 pounds, 56, I put 10 pounds, 57, 10 more pounds, and ended up, because I have been using a compound pharmacy for another product for over 20 years and would have my labs done regularly. And it was alarming. I was all of a sudden pre-diabetic. My cholesterol was up. I had inflammation. So I did all of the health testing. Like, am I allergic to something? All of the things. Spent money.
No, it is not.
So beyond
It's not that.
frustrated and felt so much shame around that, because I'm like, I should know how to do this. It's like this is like my jam.
Hey, Jen, you got to unmute yourself. Honey just muted everybody so that we could keep it quiet.
Okay, so I had an incredible friend who is also a Reiki master, and she owns a health spa. And I had gone over for a session with her and just had a meltdown. And I was like, I don't know what to do. I I don't know what to do anymore, because I can't do what I used to be able to do. I don't feel good, inflammation, all the things. And she said, you know what? We're using GPL-1s at the salon now, or at the spa. Would you like to try them? Because she's like, actually, I'm doing them and I feel fantastic. And so she's like, think about it, do the research. She said, I know you're a science nerd. You're going to go in deep. She said, do all your fact checking. I'm a kinesiologist also. So I'm like, okay, muscle testing this. And anyway, I did it. I started. And I have released 36 pounds since January, and I feel amazing. I just feel absolutely incredible. And also, and another thing that happened was when I had those labs and I was in the doctor's office, he's like, we just need to stop overeating. And I'm like, would you like to follow me around? Because I haven't changed anything. And he's like, no, really, you have changed. And so again, that whole shaming thing. So to me, it was like, I can't let anyone know that I'm doing this. And now I don't care. I'm fearless. It's like, take the leap, jump on. You're going to feel amazing. And this community, everything that I literally was praying for this, because this has come out in sessions that I do, because I work with a lot of menopausal women. And it's all like we're all at the same point, and it's this stupid shame that's keeping us in the closet. It's like, let's have these conversations, let's support each other. And I was like, I need to be able to be a professional pointer. I need to be able to connect these women to a resource like this. And literally less than a week, I was on a plane to London and ended up messaging back and forth with Beth. And she's like, oh my gosh, this is like, I'm like, this is actually what I was praying for. Mm-hmm. So I'm beyond excited. I probably went over my limit.
No, that's wonderful. Thank you so much. I love that you hit on the shame part too, because I think there's shame around weight, but there's also shame around using an assist like GLP-1. Yes. But there has been so much research. So if you're on here tonight and you're just starting to look into this option for yourself, I highly suggest a few resources. One is Dr. Tina, Tyna. I just went through her 4-part series on GLP-1 and it was phenomenal. And I also highly recommend doing some research on the ELLIEMD.com website. There are so many great scientific journals, information. Go read it for yourself. And also when you put into your cart, whether it's semaglutide or tirzepatide from the person who invited you to this tonight, and you go on their website and you put that into your cart, you fill out a telehealth questionnaire, but you can also stop and upgrade for $25 and actually meet with the doctor virtually. And we've had a couple people do that already, and they said they got so much information and felt so heard and valued out of that $25 that they were like, it was incredible. And I feel so much more excited about this new journey I'm going to be on. So, and one more thing, you're not in it alone. You get this amazing community. We have a Facebook group that we've created for people that are ordering with anybody that's part of our team so that you can get health tips, you can get ideas. I think Jen's going to be doing some great stuff around the shame and about, working on your neuro transmitters, because we got to change the way we think about our bodies and our mind. Sometimes you can lose 30 pounds or 100 pounds, but you still see yourself the old way, right? And you want to also change your patterns of behavior so that you can eat better, so that you do the right things, so that you have longevity. So love that, Jen. Thank you so much. The next person I'm introducing tonight is my sister-in-law, Vanessa, and I'm so excited to have her share because she was one of the very first people I texted, not even to try to get her to do this business with me or order the products. It was really just, I wanted her opinion because I know that she has been in this space for a very long time. She has studied with Hippocrates here in West Palm Beach, if you guys have ever heard of them before. And she was vegan before I even knew what vegan was years ago, and has just really focused on health and wellness for her body and for her family. And it's an important priority for her, and peptides are a big part of that. So Vanessa, I'd love if you share your story and a little bit about what made you, after you share your story about GLP-1, a little bit what made you decide to jump into this business as well.
For sure. Well, thank you. I am definitely honored to be a part of this. I love what you just said about releasing the weight, not losing the weight. I love that. I'm going to use that. I release the weight. So, well, gosh, you kind of hit on my background, so I won't go there. But I have been in this health space for 20 plus years, and mostly because of my own health. There were things that I needed to grow in, areas I needed to heal. And so in that journey, I mean, I'm married to an entrepreneur. We move around a lot. It's a very fast-paced life. I've really stuck to the vegan lifestyle. My first pregnancy was raw vegan, home birth, was able to have amazing experiences and do this health journey, but didn't really formulate to a business until after, my fourth baby. And I really needed to dive back in, because as a busy mom, I mean, I wasn't growing sprouts or wheatgrass or really juicing as much as I would like to be. And so after the fourth baby, I mean, you guys saw the pictures. I was just like swollen. I had lost initially a decent chunk of weight, and then, just was going through these ups and downs, similar, a little less climactic and more like these crazy fluctuations of like 20 pounds and then 5 would come off or 10 would come off. And I was obviously having some hormonal imbalance, but I was doing all of the things. I really focused back again. I honed in on Cultivate, your life, your journey. I made this amazing community of women that kind of partnered with me, and that I was also sharing in my journey. And I just, the word stuck, right? I was sharing earlier, like I just felt stuck, and I was applying all of these things that I've studied that worked for me when I was younger, all the things I fully believed in. And I was strict. Like strict. And I just could not, I was not feeling good. So I actually have a Dr. Tina. It's not the Dr. Tina that Blair's referring to, but I did kind of discover her over the last couple of weeks, and like really trying to educate myself a little bit more now that I have decided to partner with ELLIEMD and share this with my community. I kind of like actually let my community be for a few years while I figured out what was going on with me, because I just wasn't able to, I just couldn't lose the weight. I wasn't feeling good. I was swollen. My joints were hurting. I have 2 herniated discs. I had my own issues with cysts, similar to Blair, but mine, my tumor, wasn't cancerous. So I've had like all of these areas, and they were just like to where I couldn't ignore them anymore. And so I talked to my doctor, Tina, and she was like, well, we need to hormone test you. And so it's, I want to respect everyone's time. So I started with the hormone health, and that kind of helped a little bit. And then she even put me on metformin, and that it helped a little bit, but I was still like 40 plus pounds overweight. And so that was when she was like, okay, we've tried, I know you're being diligent, I know you're clean living, we've tried all these other little things, but now I want to introduce peptides to you. And so the first one I went on was something similar to CJC, but the FDA just took that off. And my boys have actually been on that. They're high performing athletes, so that was a doozy. But we've all switched over to Simorlin, which I'm really excited is available here in Michigan. And we are all kind of transitioning into that. And so anyways, the CJC Simorlin product was helpful. Again, like my skin, my joint pain, a lot of things, just as I even dig in deeper, I'm realizing, wow, that was because of the peptides. Like, wow, that's gone. All of a sudden, all of these things, and that it was the Simorlin, but then like the weight wasn't really coming off. So that's when she introduced me to semaglutide. And so I was on a decent injection portion. And so I've been on it for about 3 years. And now I am like lowering and kind of testing out where that microdosing space for me is best to like maintain the weight that I've lost. But I feel so good. So when Blair came to me, I was like, well, actually, I have been doing this for quite some time as well, and I'm feeling great. If you even just like now, like I rarely have any makeup on, and I feel so much better. I feel so young, and I'm so excited to be sharing this with my Cultivate and like rebirth my Cultivate community, which is really a blessing, and to be able to share peptides, because I spent a fortune, like thousands and thousands. My doctor is like $3,000 just to have one consultation a year. That's impossible. How could I refer her? Like the average person can't. I'm really blessed, and it was such a important to me to be able to have that doctor appointment. I have a good relationship with her, but the average person can't spend that. So when Blair was introducing, this to me, to ELLIEMD, I was just like, this is it. This is what I've been waiting for, because how am I going to go on to Cultivate and like share all of this growth and not have something that I can really refer to everybody? This is such a great product. I'm just so honored to be a part of this, and I'm grateful to Blair for inviting me. And if you're on the fence, about what to do or about how these products, I'm very strict and very clean on what I put in my body and on my body and in my home. Like this, these are peptides. They are amino acids. They go right to the blood cell and they're really healing and nourishing. It is not Ozempic. It is not Wegovy. I'm really excited for these, and not just the GLP ones, but the Samoralin, the sex health. I haven't gone there yet, but
it's awesome.
One thing at a time. So,
awesome.
Anyways, thank you.
Thank you, Vanessa. That was so great. Thanks, Jen and Vanessa, for sharing those stories because they're so impactful for so many. And I love the last line that you said when you said, "This is what I've been waiting for." I feel like I've heard that from so many people this last week. Just like, this is what I've been waiting for, an opportunity where I can order the products at a price that I can afford, or an opportunity where I can earn money back for ordering something that I already am taking, or the opportunity to share it with my friends about how great I've been feeling, right? And that's what we all have here. So if you were invited to this tonight, you can get back with the person who invited you and ask them for their link. You can go on there, you can check out our longevity products. Vanessa mentioned a couple of those. You can check out the weight management products, the GLP-1, the sexual health is PT141. Actually, honey, will you hit on that really quick? I love how you explain it's called the Barbie shot and why. Do you want to explain that really quick?
Yeah, it was actually the scientist who found he was trying to get a tan for himself because it works on the melanocytes, and he just wanted to get a little extra tan. And then he found the byproduct of the tan was a libido, an increase in his libido. So I like to call it the Barbie shot because it also reduces your appetite, so it makes you a little thin. It gives you a nice glow and a tan, and increased libido is the other byproduct. So I like to call it the Barbie shot, but it's PT141, another peptide that we currently offer. It's FDA approved under the name brelemnitide. Hope I'm pronouncing it correctly.
Yeah, that's what it says on the vial when you get it too. Awesome. So you can get that. You can look at all the different products that we have available. And if you're like, wait a minute, this is something I want to share with other people, or I want to learn a little bit more about how to share this with others and be able to earn a commission. We have two parts to that. You can sign up as a brand partner and you can earn 20 to 40% in commissions based on what you sell, or you can earn those commissions plus be able to help other people to join the business as well and earn money off of your team. So there's lots of options here for you. So make sure that you reach out to whoever invited you tonight and get back with them. And if you have more questions, that's what we're here to do. We're here to help. And if it's something that we can't answer, we're going to point you to the quiz on the site, and we're going to say, fill this out and meet with the telehealth doctor and see what's right for you, because they're the medical professionals, right? So we're just here to point to you and show you all that you have available, and then you find what's right for you and your body and what's going on. So thank you so much for hopping on here with us tonight. Thank you so much, honey, for taking time out of your busy life to share with us a little bit more about this company, and thank you for creating this opportunity for all of us. And Jen and Vanessa, thank you so much for sharing your personal stories. I know that that is something personal, and I'm so thankful that you guys are willing to share that. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, you can go check out their before and after pictures, including Honey's. I just got yours today, Honey. It's incredible. And all of them are just so beautiful, and you're going to want to check out their before and after, because it's not just about losing the weight. It's about all the other health benefits that come along with losing the weight. And then also you can just see the confidence shine through them in their after pictures, right? Like, I have never had so much fun with my clothes since probably I've had kids. And I love working out now too, which is so crazy. Like, I've never liked working out before, you guys. I've always been one of those people that's like, ugh. But ever since I've lost the weight, it's like I cannot wait to put on my cute little gym outfit and go to my hot yoga class and go lift my weights and like walk around my neighborhood. So there's something that it does for you mentally that is very hard to describe or to understand until you get on it for yourself. So I hope you take the journey for whatever it is that your body needs, and we're so thankful that you hopped on tonight. So have a great night, you guys.
Have a good night. Take care. Bye.
Bye, everyone.